Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gisela Zahratul Afiah with student number 030403211107 from English Department of Win Sunan Ampel, Surabaya in Class A Debate and Academic Presentation. So today, I would like to deliver an article entitled The Syntaxis Analysis of the McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts slogans by myself. So, first of all, have you guys ever know what a slogan is? And what's the function? Have you ever analyzed the structure, grammatical categories, and function in the slogan of some brands? What is the syntactic analysis of culinary business text at McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts? Are you guys getting curious about that right now? Okay, I'm going to explain that later. So, McDonald's is one of the well-known fast food brands in the world. This brand has more than 300,000 franchises and is still growing in several countries. McDonald's was formed in 1940 by two brothers, which was then purchased by the corporation to be developed throughout the world. After becoming a well-known brand, they started to launching campaigns that could attract the attentions of their buyers. The campaign that create not only attract attentions but can also put a name and introduce McDonald's to potential buyers. How about the Dunkin' Donuts? Dunkin' Donuts is a restaurant and international food franchise specializing in donuts. This company was founded in mid-1950 by William Rosenberg in Quincy, Massachusetts. Dunkin' Donuts is currently the largest donut restaurant in the world, with nearly 7,000 restaurant takeout stands in more than 35 countries. So, after knowing the definition of McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, before we go to the next slide, I would like to tell you about our agenda today. The first agenda is the background of the study, next is method, result, and the last is conclusion. So, first, background of the study. The culinary art maker deliberately uses an unusual language, but it is easy for the public to understand. Usually, the language they use is short, clear, and unique because it is more effective and simpler. They do so because there is a certain goal or tendency, namely to generate interest or attractiveness to potential consumers. So, from the explanation above, first, how to constructing a sentence structure with three diagrams. Second, what are the grammatical categories and functions of those two slogans? And the next is I'm going to explain you about the sentence structure. Sentence structure is how the basic grammatical elements include the subject, predicate, and sometimes direct or indirect object of a sentence are put together. The rules for how a sentence is constructed are simpler but firm. These include the necessity for a subject, predicate, and object in the order in a very sentence. Beyond that, we can add additional elements like prepositions and dependent clauses. Advanced sentence can weave these elements together to create more and more complex structures. There are four types of sentence structure. First, we have simple sentence, second, compound sentence, third, complex sentence, and fourth, compound complex sentence. The next is method. There is this method that will be used in a qualitative descriptive method. And then the data results. We can show these two slogans, right? First is I'm loving it, which is from McDonald's, and then America runs on Dunkin', which is from Dunkin' Donuts. And when we have to make it into the three diagrams, we have to remember the tips. First tips is start from the bottom, and then break the sentence into clauses, then into phrases. And point three, we have to remember the three phrase structure rules. The three rules is first, determine which elements are permitted in the phrase. Second, use the correct left to right ordering. And then third, considering optional elements. You guys can show these two pictures about the three diagrams. And then after that, we go to the next slide. The next slide is about the grammatical categories and functions. The first sentences, I'm loving it, has the grammatical categories. Pronoun I, verb am, auxiliary am, verb loving, pronoun it. First, the pronoun I function as a pronoun to be the subject affecting an object with an action. I, in the context of numbers, is considered a singular because it represents singularity. The case of I is subjective as it posited in the first structure. The person of I is first person. Then, the auxiliary verb of am functions grammatically to indicate a type of a tense to a verb as the subject action. Am in the context of tense is considered as a present tense. It is present tense because am is the form of auxiliary verb from I in the present tense. The word is in line with its pronoun, which is I as the subject of the sentence. And then the verb of loving functions as an action from the subject I. Loving in the context of tense is considered as present participle because it has the suffix in as the indications of an ongoing activity. Next, the word it functions as an object that would receive the actions of loving from the subject I. It in the context of numbers is considered singular. The case of it is objective as it posits as an object or objective. It is third person. The next is the grammatical and categories functions of America runs on DUNKIN. Non-American verb runs first on and DUNKIN, known as DUNKIN. The verb runs functions as an action from the subject America. Runs in the context of tense is considered as present tense. It is present tense because the word has as a grammatical function indicating that the subject affects. The prepositions of functions as a connections between the words runs and DUNKIN. So, in this article, we can conclude that first, its structures of sentences has various components that determine semantic meaning. According to the analysis, it shows that the two sentences have different grammatical categories and functions. Third, the grammatical categories of the sentence I'm loving it and American runs on DUNKINs are different based on the structures and words. On the function, I'm loving it has three functions, which are I am loving it. And thank you for listening and watching my video presentations. I hope you guys enjoy it. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.